Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this online on-demand workshop called Creating Inner Transformation. My name is Tamara Hansen, and I will be your guide on this journey. To give you a little bit of background of who I am and what I do, I am a love alchemist. I'm a certified meditation instructor, a Reiki master, and I hold a BA majoring in psychology. Now, I've created a bunch of courses. I'll leave the link in the bio or in the description box below, and you can check them out. I build courses or create courses on finding self love, building that strong foundation of self love, also building a foundation of meditation for yourself, because meditation is so key when we are creating that transformation for ourselves, when we are creating something new, because we cannot create anything new from the same way of thinking, from the same patterns or belief systems. And now that we are entering into a new year at this stage of recording this course, this is when people begin to set their intentions, their goals, their resolutions, and in hopes that this year is not the same as last year. So maybe there are things that you want to change in your life and you haven't been able to because of it isn't sustainable. Maybe you have wanted to create a business for yourself, or maybe lose weight, or maybe love yourself more or treat yourself with more respect. But then you find yourself falling back into those same patterns, those same belief systems, same people, types of people are entering into your life, and you do not know how to shift that. It's like Groundhog Day. So with this mini online workshop that I'm creating for free, this is about discovering within yourself how to begin to create that sustainable transformation, how to create that sustainable change in your life. And of course, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort. The point is not to be distracted or to be discouraged when things kind of feel like you're taking one step forward and then 5 steps back. This is how transformation works, is that it's sometimes not going to be pretty, sometimes it's going to be a little bit more effort, but once you begin to gain some traction, once you start doing this and creating that focus in your life, then you will begin to see things shift. So, like I said, creating transformation is you can't create something new from an old way of thinking or being or the old emotions. You have to begin to create something new in your life, because our brains are neuroplastic, so they are able to change and shift. So if we are still operating from the old programming system that we've always operated from, then those neurons, they will still wire and fire together. They will still connect in the same manner. So this is why the same things are created. But when we can begin to shift that wiring in our brain, because we are now changing the way we think and the way we feel, then we begin to create something new for ourselves, because now we are shifting our thinking. Now we are shifting those thoughts and then those emotions, because those are all connected together. So by shifting all of that and doing it on a consistent basis and being very intentional about it, making sure that we are listening to ourselves, going within, paying attention to what is happening within our thoughts and emotions, instead of going by habit and where we don't realize that we are still thinking and feeling the same way. When we become really self-aware and understand of what is going on within us, oh, that's still the old way of thinking. That's still the old emotion. I need to switch that up. And doing that on a consistent basis, then we can create that shift, create that change, create that new thought process, create those new emotions for ourselves. So now we all have a different vibe or a different frequency that our frequency is vibrating at a certain level. And we might not be aware of it, or it's become so ingrained within us that we aren't aware of it, that that we're not paying attention. But when we are operating or vibing at that certain frequency, then we are going to attract very similar things of that same frequency. So when we have that habitual type of energy or frequency that we are vibrating at, it is again difficult to change up what it is that we want to change. So it can be long term or sustainable. When we tap into our frequency and understand it and get to know ourselves better, become more self aware of what is happening on the inside and what we are thinking and feeling on a consistent basis, when we are becoming more aware of our own vibration, then and understanding it, then we can begin to switch that up. We can change that and basically stop attracting or connecting with or doing the same things over and over again that don't serve us any longer. So that's how you kind of get out of this lower level thought process frequency, this older crap that no longer serves you. We begin to become self-aware, understand ourselves at a deeper level. Now, what you see here in these physical bodies, that this is just part of us. This is our experience in this tangible world, is this physical body. And really, we are energetic, more energy or more frequency than we are this physical, tangible taste, touch, smell, etc. That's just what we can experience in this physical world, but we are all so much more than this. So much more is happening on another level that we are unaware of. And that is what we want to be tapping into. This is what we want to become aware of. And once you understand that you are so much more than this physical body, that there are so many different energetic layers to use, like you will begin to understand or see things a whole lot differently. When we don't love ourselves and we start picking on ourselves and thinking that we are bad or not good or not worthy or we don't deserve love or respect, that is your ego on this physical level in this physical body. But once you tap into that frequency, that higher frequency, and understand it at a whole other level, then you realize that you are so much more and you deserve so much more, and that you are love at the very core. So this inner transformation, it's really multi-level, because we're going to start at really looking at what is it on a foundational level that I've created in my life that that is preventing me from moving forward in the direction that I want to go in. So it's inner self-reflection. It's understanding the vibration. It's understanding your own frequency. It's knowing that you can switch those things up so you can create so much more in your life, or you can create what it is that you want in your life. Okay, so to begin, to start all this, we are going to do a heart opening meditation. and to help with listening to ourselves. So we're going to go in the heart, and then I will be asking you some questions so you can listen deeply to your own inner being, your own heart center. And then after that, when we come out of it, you can do some journaling and self-reflection on these questions. So pause the video if you need to. Just get into a comfortable position where you won't be disturbed for a little bit. Make sure that you are comfortable, preferably sitting up, but if you're unable to sit up, you can lie down. Just be mindful about falling asleep. Also, you can sit in a chair if that works best for you. Just make sure that you are going to be able to sit for a 10 to 20 minutes and comfortably, so that you can focus on your heart center, what you need to tap into. So go ahead, get into that comfortable position, and we will begin. Okay, everyone. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Releasing any tension in your body. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. Just continue to release and relax your body, allowing the breath to flow down from the top of your head, moving across your face, your neck, allowing that inhale and exhale to continue to relax, to allow your body, mind, and soul to release any tension. And just continue allowing the breath to flow across your body, down your shoulders, your chest, and your back, calming you, relaxing you, releasing and letting go. Continue with that deep breathing, the inhale, the exhale. Allowing the breath to flow down your arms and into your hands and fingers. Down your torso. Down your back and lower spine, pelvic area, into your hips. Continue to breathe, allowing that breath to flow nice and easy into your legs, knees, lower legs, calves, ankles, and feet, and toes. Just continue with your breath, allowing yourself to expand, allowing your energy to expand, allowing your body to relax and become more open and aware. Now bring your attention to the center of your spiritual heart, right at the center of your chest. Allow yourself to settle into that heart center, allowing that breath to flow deeply, easy. Now envision a light at the center of the heart. Allow that beautiful light to expand and grow. This light is healing and loving. Allow the light to become more beautiful, more luminescent with every breath. Become more aware of the heart center, allowing that heart to open, the light to shine, to grow, to expand, filling your body. This incredible light of love and healing is for you to tap into whenever you need. Stay in the heart center. Continue to breathe. Continue with the expansion. Continue with your breath, flowing nice and easy. There's no hurry, there's no rush. If at any point you feel that there might be a blockage in your body, just allow that breath to flow through that blockage. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to sometimes feel uncertain. This is a time of taking care of yourself, of learning more about yourself, becoming more self-aware, so you can release those things that prevent you from moving forward. Now go deeper into the heart center. Allow that energy of the heart to embrace you with divine love. You are worthy and you are loved and you are deserving of your own love and respect. Just continue breathing. Make sure not to hold your breath, just allow the breath to flow. as I ask you these questions that for you to reflect upon, use more of your heart to understand what it is that you need to know. So less thinking and more feeling to understand and become more aware. You are essentially tapping into your heart center to feel out what it is that you need to know. When we are thinking or using our mind, we can come from an ego standpoint, and we don't want to tap into that type of awareness. The awareness that you need and want is from the heart center. So make sure you are in your heart center, allowing it to expand, and listen closely to your own frequency. So where is your frequency, your vibration currently? Understand the emotions and the feelings behind what is happening in the heart. What is it saying? Listen to what it is that your body is telling you, your heart is telling you. Become more aware of where it is that you may be holding yourself back. Where is it that you are sabotaging yourself? And sabotage can look like creating disharmony within relationships, holding back so others can shine brighter. Maybe it is in your own ability to believe in yourself. And when we sabotage our own success, it's because we are holding on to an old pattern or belief, something that we may not even realize that is still there. Or maybe we don't remember it. If you feel an emotion or a thought that seems to be arising, observe it and ask yourself what it is and where it is coming from so you can understand it at a deeper level. There is nothing to fear here. What's in the past is in the past and cannot be changed. And this is where healing comes in. What are those patterns and beliefs that you are hanging on to that you would like to let go of? Now, this might take some time to suss out, to understand. Sometimes they do not come to the surface easily. So don't push it, don't strain. Just allow whatever comes up to come up. Do not get lost in the emotion if something comes up, an old emotion or thought. You only want to observe. Where is it that you are holding back in your life? Where is it that you are not shining your light or allowing yourself to move forward? Do you believe that you are unworthy or undeserving of amazing and great things? Are you choosing sabotaging behavior because it is comfortable, or it soothes you, or it helps you feel better, even temporarily? What is the payoff of that sabotaging behavior or holding on to those old thoughts and belief systems, those old patterns? What is the payoff? Make sure you are continuing to breathe through these questions, allowing the breath to flow, staying in the heart center. You are feeling into this at the center of your heart, your spiritual heart. So if you find yourself thinking or the ego is coming into this meditation, then begin to focus or return your focus back to the heart center. Okay, take a couple more minutes before we bring our awareness back into the space. Know that you can come back to this at any time. Okay, now bring your awareness back into the room, back into your body. Bringing some energy back into your hands and your feet, maybe moving, wiggling your toes and your fingers. And then when you are ready, rub your hands together and place them over your eyes. And then open your eyes and remove your hands. All right, now take the time to do some journaling and self-reflection. What is it that came up for you? Where were those sabotaging behaviors? What is it that those thoughts and emotions that were coming up that you may have not recognized or understood, or maybe you just kind of shoved them down? Begin to write those things out so you can understand what it is or why you have some of the behaviors that you have, why you might self-sabotage, why things seem stuck for you, why things don't appear to be moving as quickly as you would like them to be in your life, or why that when you set goals for yourself that you kind of revert back to the old patterns rather than moving forward. So take a look at those things, write them down on a journal, in a journal, or on a piece of paper. Take that time for self-reflection and then come on back. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So I hope that helped you a little bit to begin to understand what is happening within your body, becoming more aware of your own frequency, of the vibration that you are giving off because of past habits or past old ways of thinking. So hopefully that can open up the door for you to begin to create something new. So how do we create something new? Well, now that we have our list, and more will probably pop up for you as you create or discover more about yourself or become more self-aware. When you really take the time to look at it, take that time for yourself, then you begin to see where it is that you need to create something different for yourself. So now that we have that list, we can begin to understand why we do the things that we do, or why we remain stuck, or why we are still creating from that old mindset. And now we can start to move forward into where it is that we want to go. Now, it isn't to say that we need to change all of these things right now before we can move forward into that new thing that we want to do or have or whatever. So it's just saying that become more aware so that you can have sustainable change in the future. So if you are wanting to work out more or lose weight, then, and every year it seems to be the same thing where you have an intention, or you start off really well, but then it just all falls away because of, for whatever reason. and we fall back into that same pattern again. So you can do this and still move forward externally. So do the inward work for yourself, but also you can do the outer work as well. So if that's going to the gym or moving forward in your business, whatever it is, then you can still take those steps on the physical plane, but while you're working on the the inner stuff, the energetic plane, the frequency. So so now that we have that written down, where is it that you want to move forward so that this change can be sustainable over time? So, how do you want to move forward? What does that look like for you? Uh, can you do it in a way or in a manner that is going to be doable steps? So sometimes we reach or we want something so much that we just kind of jump to that thing as fast as possible, missing all of these steps in between, and then it falls apart, or maybe it doesn't work out the way you planned it, and then suddenly you think you're a failure, or you think that maybe nothing works out for you because it everything fell apart. So we want to make sure those steps that we are taking are doable for us. And I know as much as anybody that I have this goal over there and I just want to get to it right now. I want to do it right now. And so I might miss those steps in between, and then suddenly it wasn't sustainable because I didn't do all those other things that I should have done to create long lasting change, or to create that something in my life that I would want to see through over the long term. So make sure that you're creating those sustainable steps for yourself, that that you're not going too far in the future. Of course, we want to have that goal, 1 year, 5 years out, 10 years out, and that is perfect. That's great. But we also want to be in the present moment where we are creating those things that are doable right now, because we are changing our frequency, because we are changing that vibration within us. We are working ourselves up to that next level. And if we are jumping too far forward from the same frequency that we're vibrating at, then of course it's probably not going to work out to our advantage. So we want to make sure that we are taking those necessary steps on a physical plane, but also working on ourselves inwardly, on that energetic plane. Also, switching up our frequency, even if it's just baby steps, little by little, so that when we get to that space or that place where we want to go, that goal, that intention, that we are there, that we are vibrating with it, that we are matching the frequency with it, and that is important. So also I want to say that if you find that as you do this, it feels like you're taking a step back, like I said before, that 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, that maybe just take a look at what it is that's inside of you, the frequency or the energy inside of you that still needs to be changed or shifted. Is there still an old pattern there that maybe you have not addressed yet, or a belief system that seems to be lingering, that you need to take a look at and then begin to shift that? So it is truly like peeling an onion, where it's just so many layers, because depending on how old you are and the things that you've experienced, the programming, the just even your own programming with the belief systems, what you heard or experienced, those things can they can shape us. And some things we just very, and we don't want to look at them. But if it is affecting what we want in this physical reality, how we want to experience our life, then we need to take a look at that and understand it so we can begin to change it. And like I said, this isn't about getting wrapped up in those emotions and reliving whatever it is that has happened. It's about understanding it, and it's about loving ourselves enough to make those changes in our lives. Yeah, what may have happened in the past, it may have been crappy. Excuse me, may have been crappy, may have been unloving or hurtful, but we need to move forward for ourselves so that we can create that love within ourselves, that we can create that change outwardly, create the change inwardly, so that we can enjoy life, that we can love life, we can love ourselves and create those things that we truly want. So, that being said, what is it that you do want? What is it that that change that you want to create in your life so that you can experience that over the long term? Where is it, or what is it that you have been working on that you would love to see manifest into your reality, that you would like to create for yourself? Maybe you've already created something that you love, but it just doesn't seem to be moving forward in a way that you would like to see it move forward. Maybe it's, like I said, a business, or even in relationships. What is it that you want to create, or that you feel kind of stuck with, that you want to see some success with in the relationships, maybe in your own career, whatever it is? So take a look at that. What are those steps that can, aside from going within and beginning to release those things that no longer work, now look at those steps that you can create for yourself that are doable, that that can work in tandem with this inner work that you are doing. Where is it that you can create those steps? What are those steps? What do they look like? And just be really honest with yourself if those are doable in this moment, or are they more doable down the road, maybe in a month's time. If you do enough of this inward work where you are switching up your frequency, then you can, the more that you switch up this frequency, the more that you can move forward and take those steps to your goals, to that transformation. So, in the processes of alchemy, there is to achieve that transformation, and you may have heard of lead being turned into gold, that there is a certain process involved, but that process of alchemy actually is the transformation of ourselves, of understanding of this deep awareness of who we truly are. So as we get rid of those old things that no longer work for us, we are creating something new for ourselves. We are creating and leveling up to a higher frequency, a deeper understanding of who we truly are. And this little mini workshop, this creating inner transformation, is so important when we are moving forward with our lives, because we can't stay stuck where we were or always have been. You might have seen some changes, but it's that bigger change, that deeper change that we are looking for, because suddenly we've come to this realization that we need so much more than this. And we're not just talking about tangible things. We're talking about that inner reflection, that deepness, that connection with our divine selves, with the all that is, with God, whatever it is that you call it. We're looking for something so much more than that superficial level. And because we are physical and we are ethereal or energetic, or we're frequency, whatever you want to call it, because we're both, we have to make sure we balance both, that we create our lives from both of those, the physical and the non-physical. We create from that level because that's who we are. And just because it is non-physical or it's energy doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It is out there. And the more that you tap into your own frequency and understand it, the more that you can understand who it is that you truly are, the more that you can listen to your intuition at a deeper level. So do this process of releasing and letting go, but also of understanding who you are at a higher level, your higher consciousness, tapping into that consciousness. The more that we can let the old crap go, the easier it is to tap into our higher selves. So when you go into a more deeper self-reflection of what it is that you truly want, how you want to feel, what you want to experience, also come to terms with knowing that you are deserving and worthy of so much more, of deep love, of respect, of amazing things in this tangible world, of your divine connection. So as you create this transformation within yourselves, just make sure that you are understanding that you are love. You, at the whole foundation of it, you are love. So you want to make sure that you have that strong foundation of self-love. The relationship with yourself is so important. It is one of the most important relationships that you will ever have. You want to make sure that this relationship within you is a good one. You want to make sure that you are taking care of you, that you are listening to what it is that you need, what it is that you want. You want to make sure that you are treating yourself with love and respect. So make sure that you are tapping into this on a consistent basis, daily, twice a day if you can. Tapping into your heart center, tapping into that frequency, tapping into that deep understanding of what it is that you need, not forgetting yourself. Learning more about yourself, where it is that maybe you have attracted or created something that you did not want, and then looking at it and choosing differently. So during this time of understanding what it is that you want, you also have to believe that you can have it. When you want that deeper connection, that with your higher consciousness, with God, when you want that mystical connection with the all that is, maybe it is more tangible, more a better career, or maybe it's losing weight. Take a look at that. Take a look at it and see if you believe it. Because if you're not believing it fully, completely, if you are not coming from that space of excitement or knowing or wisdom, if you are doubting it, then it's going to be more difficult to bring that into your awareness, into your life. You have to have this deep inner knowing, your connection with your higher self, that this is whatever it is that you are creating, whatever it is that you are moving towards, that is what you want, and you will get there, no matter what obstacles present themselves. When an obstacle presents itself, then ask yourself, what is happening within me that I might be creating that obstacle or sabotaging myself? Do I believe this can happen for me? Do I believe this enough? Or am I standing in the way of my own greatness? Am I standing in the way of my own desires? Maybe it is just some old crap that still needs to be released and reflected on, and that's okay. Then we go back in. We understand ourselves a little bit more. We listen to our heart center. We look at what might be lying there beneath the surface that we need to address, that we need to let go of again. You haven't failed. It's just all part of the process. And sometimes it feels like it's a little daunting to change up those thoughts and belief systems that we've been hanging on to for a really long time. Sometimes it can be a lot. Sometimes we look for it, or we feel into it and reflect on it, and it can be difficult to understand what is there that is still holding us back. But it's important that you trust yourself enough to go, I know whatever is here that is still holding me back, I know it's going to come forward. It's going to reveal itself. Please reveal yourself. Please show me so I can move forward. And then trust that. Trust it. You haven't failed. Just keep moving forward. Be gentle with yourself. Be loving with yourself as you go through this time of transformation. And this transformation, it's ongoing. It never ends. Because there's always something that we want to shift and change for ourselves. And that's all part of this growth in this physical body. This awareness coming into this deeper understanding of who we truly are. On this, we are divine, but we get stuck in these bodies and this ego. So when we want to move forward, we have to become more aware, more awake to who we are, to our connection to Source, to our connection with higher consciousness. This is all about creating this transformation within, creating this deep, beautiful relationship with ourselves. And when we do that, we can create those deep and beautiful relationships with others. You are worthy, and you are so deserving of this transformation, of allowing the beautiful things to come into your life. Just be easy with this. Just allow it. Allow it to flow. Don't be rigid. Don't hold your breath. Just come into this understanding of what it is that's holding you back. And then begin to look at how you want to move forward. What steps can you take? So if it means loving yourself, then how do you get there? What are those steps to get there, to love and respect yourself, to understand. First off, we want to meditate. We want to go within. We also want to learn from others. We want to learn what love is through those people who love themselves. And it is clear that they love themselves. So is it reading a book? Listen to a workshop or a course? Is it somebody speaking on self-love who has been through that, who understands it, and has come out on the other side? It's that step-by-step process of understanding yourself better, of understanding that you deserve love, that you are so much more than this. So take a look at those steps that you can take today, tomorrow, next week. Put them in place so that you can begin to do what is necessary to move forward as you transform yourself from the inside out. So I hope this helped you. If you are looking for further reflection and connection with yourself, please check out my other courses. I've got an Awakening to Love course, a Find Your Zen meditation course. I also have some mini courses too on just finding that love within, understanding yourself more, just more deeper reflection, inner work. So thank you so much for being here. Take care. Namaste.